Hello, my violence-loving buddies. This is Depassion, also known as Mikkel, and welcome to another episode of No More Levels, where I take Travis through a stage where he just gets himself some more experience points and toughens up for what lies ahead in these many wonderful death balls. Now, what I found quite interesting to talk about, I was actually struggling just before this recording, was that, yeah, quite a lot of lockdown when it comes to the UK anyway is really going out the window now. Like I'm able to meet up with my friends outside now, just out and about, just out in town or like at restaurants, that sort of thing. That offer outdoor seating, that sort of, excuse me, that sort of stuff. Because we can't quite sit indoors just yet to eat. Currently, I'm very surprised I'm still COVID-free despite having to travel to work every time I do go to work. So that's been very, very nice. That's been very, very nice. I did get a bit ill, but at first I thought it was hay fever, but then when my brother and mum were just fine, I was like, well, that's friggin' weird and annoying, because I went out for a run. But no, it turns out it's just a cold, so I'm very lucky it's just a cold. I just call off a co-worker or some shit. But yeah, I'm very, very happy that it was just a cold. And because I was all kinds of just bunged up and stuff, people could hear that in my voice quite a lot. But I soldiered on just fine, and it all worked out pretty well in the end. I'm pretty much out of it now, so I'm very happy with that. But what's been really good is just having the chance to just head out and about and just see my old friends, really. Just see my old, like, see our friend of mine, Scott, but then I saw a few of my co-workers out and about the past couple of times I've been out as well. So it really has been lovely. It's been quite wonderful. Really just getting the chance just to see other people again, because it's been the same faces just with work and home for I think it's about 8 months, nearly 8 months, something like that. I think that's the longest streak at least. But I've time to time just bumped into people randomly while I've been at work, like just on my way home or something. But yeah, it's been quite interesting though. It's been quite interesting just gradually getting back to real life, and it's the closest I'm gonna feel it for a few more weeks, and then I can hang out with friends back indoors. There'll be a limit. It's limited to a certain number of households can mix, but I'm like, that's fine. I only know, like, I'm only willing to hang out with like one household at a time anyway, so fuck it. At least currently, because like, who damn. I've been weirdly burned out, despite not really socialising all that often, but I think it's really just from the sheer amount of isolation and just the, I don't know, lack of looking after myself. Now, don't worry, I'm not prancing around like and acting like the wheels aren't falling off. That's not what's happening. Just gaining a bit of weight. Just gaining a bit of weight. But then what annoyed me was that I go out for a run, got lost, came back, and then the next day I was absolutely stricken with a cold. So yeah, so that kind of knocked my confidence down for a sec, because I'm like, oh shit, great. So as soon as I want to like get on and keep on, straight away, I know, go no kapooey. But yeah, it's only a cold, and I have good health. I have good health, positive energy. So when I'm ill, I don't really realise I'm ill at first. So I just continue with like what I'm up to, really. I'm like a bit of sniffles or whatever, but then I'm just fine anyway. I still checked beforehand that wasn't COVID, and it wasn't, so I'm like, thank goodness for that. Because it's been a very weird time, very unstable circumstances and all that jazz, so I'm very glad I had that certainty that, like, yep, it is not COVID at least, and I assumed it was hay fever, and it's not hay fever. So I've got nothing to be grouchy at my relatives for. It's been like, oh God's sake, they're home with hay fever better than me. But, I've been, like, between my little breaks I've been having recently from Travis Strikes Again, has been, yeah, chunky bit of Far Cry 2, then way before that was Final Sword. That was just hilarious, oh my god. I love this. I seem to love just buggy indie games. Like, some of them are just wonderful. Like, honestly, they have their own charm in a way, because there's a hell load of, like, PlayStation 2, GameCube games and Xbox games that just weren't absolutely perfect. They weren't, oh, 10 out of 10 gems only sort of deal. No, God, no. Like, you gotta have your bad ones and your good ones. You gotta, man. Because I have some wonderful guilty pleasures. Like, okay, Fist of the North Star, Ken's Rage, fundamentally, there's some things that just do not work in that game. The platforming, what's the point? Like, my goodness, if you want to feel like a friggin' hardened badass in a goddamn wasteland, pop a tiny bit of your imagination in there if you want to. If you want to feel extra friggin' badass, but then that's all you need. And that's really it. It's pretty fun. It's pretty fun. It feels like Fist of the North Star was kind of made for the Dynasty Warrior spin-off material, but they're a tiny bit too late because how long the series has been out for. Like manga, like anime, and merchandise and the like for all these years. It feels like 50 years. I know it's not 50 years, I think. I don't actually know. But oh damn, I'm very, very happy with the fact that that final sword, like, got me to love, like, the sort of goofy charm that some video games have that you kind of turn your head away from. It's like, no, that ain't so bad. Just ignore this amazing exploit you found and just have fun just being at godhood levels of experience points in comparison to your enemies. Just don't worry about it, it's cool. It's absolutely fine. It's completely fair on them. Just eradicating enemies that were pretty much mini-bosses to you, like, what, 5 days ago? Just grinding the shit out of the game and just making them regret being alive. Like, I remember back when, there's like these, I think it's goblins, or cobes, or goblins, something like that. Little goblin-like creatures, and they were like a genuine nightmare to deal with because how fast they were. But then, once I realised that, oh wait a minute, I got dodge rolls and I can actually get hold of a shield and like just do like a parry move, so it stuns them. Oh my goodness! Every time they swarmed me, it just was never a problem again. So I was super happy with that. Super happy with that. Just merrily eradicating them. Like, they just were not my problem anymore. They were just... They're little bitches, damn it. They turned to little bitches. It's quite funny. Oh, man. But yeah. Gradually stepping out of lockdown, just like with this, like, this sort of phased experience, has been quite interesting. Because there are a lot of shops that are just shut down during that time. They just didn't survive through it. Like, just the kind of services they were giving, that sort of thing. But there was an acupuncture clinic in Shoreham. That's just gone now. That's quite sad that's gone, because they gave me quite a good acupuncture session, like, I think 3 years ago, 4 years ago. It was very good. It was very, very good. And that's my first time getting acupuncture as well. So for having a session of just having the experience of someone jabbing needles in you and actually coming out of it okay, like, oh yeah, nice, I love it, I'll have that again. Means to me anyway, that's very, very good. But yeah, like in Shoreham, in Brighton, a fair few things have been shifted around, so that did make me a tad glum. But not the end of the world, because I feel like Brighton didn't really lose all much of its soul, if that makes sense. Like, Brighton did lose a fair... No, not Brighton. Shoreham feels like it lost a fair chunk of it. And that did annoy me quite a bit. It's always personality, really. There's some just, like, unique shops that just, like, either got rotated out because... Yep, just couldn't handle it. Just couldn't get through it. Which is a shame. It's honestly a shame. Like Shroom Kebab and Grill. That's a takeaway I friggin' used to love. But it's hopped around management so often, I kind of wasn't surprised that one would, like, just change yet again. Like, during lockdown. Now it's like Empire Grill or something. It's a damn shame, that one. But, yep, new and improved menu yet again. I haven't tried their not sweet potato fries, their curly fries. It's the curly fries I friggin' love. Like, oh, it was so good back in the day. But the magic of changing, like, your takeaway boxes from cardboard to styrofoam, and yep, just dropping your, like, new food product, like your freshly cooked food product, straight into styrofoam, and then that styrofoam melts. I'm like, I'm a little bit worried about my taste buds. Because I feel like I might be eating some plastic. Oh, man. But I'm sure things will like change for the better, like, and smooth out at some point. Hopefully very, very soon. Because I feel like that's the only way up. The only way now is upwards from here. Because lockdown has been pretty testing for some people. Like, I know like a couple friends that just can count on one hand how many times they've been outside, and it's been like a year. So I understand it's going to be very, very intense for some people to head back outside again. But I got to travel like what, about like 8-10 towns over to get to work back and forth on public transport. I ain't cool yet. Just been nice and sensible. Sanitized my hands before going on a public transport. Sanitizing is coming off, and yes, washing hands regularly. Just doing all the nice, safe things that you possibly can, and just keep at it. Just keep at it. Those little rules are in place for a good reason. So we'll get through it together. We'll get through it. And we got all these wonderful video games to enjoy. So hop onto that shit if you have to. Order yourself a hell load of pizza and get your 10 hours of gaming a day, you know? But until then, like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed yourselves and you liked my voice at all. It's less bunged up from my cold, so hopefully I sound better. Hopefully. But until then, this has been To Passion. See you on the next journey. Take care.